Any gym you walk into, you're bound to meet weightlifters who've had body recomposition aspirations at one point or another, but who, in the end, settled for the allure of the bulking lifestyle. For one, since a caloric surplus is needed to optimize muscle growth, it's not uncommon for people to use this as an excuse to eat whatever they want and get away with it. For two, the bulking phase is when people are strongest. And for three, concerning men in particular, they'll simply look bigger in the t-shirt. Accordingly, you can see why many are willing to forgo their once high muscle mass and low body fat percentage ambitions for these bulking benefits. Not everyone though. To others, it would still feel like a goal left unfulfilled. So today, for those that subscribe to the latter, we're going to break down how to achieve the perfect cut. But first, as always, please take note of our disclaimer. The first thing to decide is how exactly you're going to monitor your progress, or, to put it another way, your regress in body fat. In case you're not aware already, with any decline in body fat, some muscle mass will inevitably accompany it. So the goal when cutting is not primarily to lose weight. Of course, weight loss should coincide with body fat loss, but at the same time, we want to keep as much weight from our hard-earned muscle mass as we can. That's why using the weighing scale alone isn't the best option when cutting, since it can't differentiate between muscle mass and body fat. It can just tell weight in its entirety. That's where the advantage of body fat assessment methods comes into play that can differentiate between the two, and give much more transparency into your body recomposition progression. Here are 5 ways to check body fat percentage. The most suitable one will vary from person to person. However, if you'd like more information about this to help you decide, please check out our video in the top right hand corner of the screen. As a rule of thumb, men generally need to get below 10% body fat in order for the abs to start to show, while for women, this should be under about 18%. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you'll be aware that for approaching weight loss from a sole health perspective, we recommend no less than 500 to 700 calories below your maintenance calorie intake typically. However, while cutting weight after a bulking phase, and more so focusing on improving things aesthetically, one study by Astri Larkley et al. Suggests it might be a better idea to aim to cut calories slower than this, as it can help optimize the amount of muscle you can hold on to. Indeed, bringing a caloric deficit down from say 700 calories to 400 will take you longer to reach your ideal body fat percentage. But isn't that worth it to improve the amount of muscle you can retain? Anyway, that's for you to decide. The easiest way to determine how many calories you should consume daily is to calculate your maintenance calories with an online calculator and then take away whatever deficit you deem appropriate. We've put a great one in the description of this video. On a side note, if you are interested in undertaking our evidence-based and results-backed personalised Plato weight management program, please click the link in the top right-hand corner of the video or follow the link in the description. Once you have an idea of how many calories you ought to aim for daily, the next thing to figure out is what those calories should be made up of in terms of protein, carbohydrates and dietary fat. You've likely heard about protein time and time again, and for good reason too, as it is the most filling nutrient to help facilitate the overall process of cutting weight, and at the same time, helps muscle retention. A systematic review by Ruiz Castellano et al. In 2021, investigating nutrition strategies for fat loss and muscle retention in resistance-trained athletes, suggests that a protein intake between 2.2 and 3 grams per kilo of body weight is best for people looking to maximize muscle retention while cutting. Besides protein, another review proposes that between 15 and 30% of your overall calories should come from good unsaturated dietary fat, and that the remaining calories should come from good complex carbohydrates. Regarding the frequency and timing of meals while cutting, Helms and colleagues indicate that this seems not to matter so much from a fat loss or muscle maintenance standpoint. So it's up to you whether 3 meals daily is best or 6. Moreover, to keep on top of these calorie and macronutrient recommendations, it's a good idea to get a food scale and a weight loss tracking app to use in the initial phase, so you know what the portions of certain ingredients should look like meal to meal, and what foods you should and shouldn't be including. Yet, awareness of portion sizes and being able to stick with them are two different things. So here are 9 strategies to help portion control. While tracking, you'll notice that dietary fat, whether good or bad, contains about twice the calories that protein or carbohydrates do gram for gram. As a result, it's common that people will take out dietary fat to save calories, but this is actually a mistake. As we've mentioned, researchers suggest that between 15 and 30% of your overall calories should come from dietary fat while cutting. The reason is that dietary fat is a main driver for hormone production, which is especially important when you consider that hormones such as testosterone and insulin-like growth factor 1 help preserve muscle mass. Also, good dietary fat helps cell signaling, immunity, and absorption of nutrients such as vitamin A or D. So now that we've a bit more clarity on the nutrition front, how should the exercise side of things look while cutting? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all regarding exercising during a cut, so to speak. Some might want to concentrate solely on resistance training, others might want to include some HIIT on top of that, or others may have musculoskeletal problems and wish to do something less intense than HIIT with resistance training, like steady-state cardio. So it's really up to you. Just know that for resistance training, research indicates that doing 3 sets of 10 reps for each muscle group, 1 or 2 times per week, should be enough to maintain it. We've also done a video comparing resistance training, steady-state cardio, and HIIT for weight loss. You can also find a link to this in the top right hand corner of the screen if you're interested in further information. Is there anything else you'd like to add about achieving the perfect cut? We'd love to hear from you in the comments section down below. Additionally, if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. So that has been our video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.